with water. There's no more free water for Flint. There's no more clean water for Flint. There's no more anything for Flint. And me being someone that lives in Michigan, and I am from Detroit, Michigan, it really saddens me and it bothers me because a while back, when Hillary was running, she said something like, if this issue had have gone on in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, or West Bloomfield, she went all in with all the really nice money having places. She was like, this wouldn't have been going on. She's the first one to talk about the Flint water crisis and, just trying to get the voters on her side or however. And it irritated me. Excuse me. It irritated me when she talked about that because I was just kind of like, Flint is almost as big as Detroit. And they have poor people there. They have blacks, they have whites, but predominantly black people there. And it's like, it's genocide. First of all, Michigan wouldn't allow that to happen in Grosse Pointe because billions of dollars live in Grosse Pointe. Shit, Grosse Pointe residents wouldn't allow that to happen, but they are. Along with West Bloomfield and Farmington and all those other neighborhoods, those neighboring neighborhoods that are really nice, or however, they wouldn't allow that. And you have Auburn Hills that is just catty corner to Flint. They don't have that problem, but there's money in Auburn Hills. So with that being said, it's open and obvious that there is warfare on Flint, Michigan, and the black residents that live there, along with being warfare on every other black person that lives in the United States. One thing I can say about our political status is that Trump definitely brought the racist out. I hate to get that deep and that serious with it, but it's starting to become a little bit more open and obvious. They're like, hey, we got our real type of president to help you N-words understand where you need to be. And that's beneath us, besides us. Y'all don't have no voice. But we're not asking no more. We're not doing any of that anymore. And that's your current political status. Okay, surfers. I want to welcome you to my favorite segment in the podcast, in the show. And it is called Current Relationship Status. And you know how this goes. I'll never tell you about my relationship status, but I'll definitely tell you about yours. So today's topic is going to be about trusting your process. Trusting your process. This goes for men. And this goes for women. Okay, first and foremost, what I want you to do is be positive about your single status currently. You currently are single, and that is currently your status. So, with that being said, the first thing we think is, I am so tired of being rejected. I am so tired of having bad relationships. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of living this lifestyle. I'm so tired of this. Why won't he call me back? Why won't he text me? This fat, ugly bitch over here is getting all of this love and all of this interest and all of this and all of that, and I can't get anything. Why? Why can't men be honest? Why can't they communicate? Oh, what is this? Oh, you know what? I'm tired. I'm sure y'all have heard this and said this to yourself and from your friends so many times. Why? But what I'm asking you to do is trust your process. Trust your process when it comes to this being single thing. Because like some of us are newly single, just recently getting out of really sick and toxic relationships, or just keep getting to a cycle of sick and toxic relationships and really don't know how to move forward and don't understand why they're single because they've been so codependent on the toxic relationship. So the first thing I'll reiterate is be positive about your process when being single. And like I said before, I'm sure that you feel rejected and you feel like nothing is going to work out for you, or you're going to be single and alone for the rest of your life. But understand this: God did not put us on this earth to be alone. That's why so many people here. That's why so many babies here. That's why God created dogs and animals and, things of that nature. We weren't meant to be here alone, but we were meant to be here to learn things and be open to things. So this is what I mean when I say trust your process. During this single process, you need to be productive. Ladies, gentlemen, productive about being single. Take advantage of your alone time. Okay? Take advantage of that. Take advantage, and you need to meditate. Go to the movies alone. Find out what you like. Find out what you want to do. Find out what's a deal breaker for you and what's not. Really get to know who you are, because that's another thing that we get into relationships with people and we don't necessarily know who we are. We don't know who we are. So we think we like thugs when in all actuality we don't. And with men, you think you like a good girl, but a whore is really what you want. Or the other way around. You think you might like a bad girl, but a good girl is really what you want. So therefore, we need to take that time and take advantage of being alone. Do things that you could never do when you were single. Like really, really enjoy this situation. Like, take full advantage of what you got going on. Like, go out on a limb. Like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a business. I never could start a business when I was in that relationship because I was so unfocused on what was going on with me and Tyrone. Or I was so unfocused on what was going on with me and Cynthia, I could not focus on my dreams. So at this present time and what you're doing, I ask you, do things that you never could do when you were in a relationship, in that toxic relationship. Start a business, start a book club, start a hobby. Do things that you couldn't do before. Just go into this season with positivity. Trust this process. I'm telling you, it's worth it. You got to be like the phoenix with this. You got to rise out of this like the phoenix. Literally, the phoenix knew that it was going to die. It knew, but in that sense, it dived in the fire anyway and still came out bronze or silver, one of those. It still came out fine. So, even better than ever than the phoenix. Even better than ever than it was. But then also, I want you to do not be desperate for someone's attention. Understand that. We may be alone and we may be, not in the right space right now and really want to be in a relationship with someone or even to be getting to know somebody. But do not get to a point in your process where you are desperate for attention, where you just can't live without being with someone. And when you get to that feeling, when you get to that, now it's time for you to bag up. And you need to look at and evaluate exactly what you have going on in your lifestyle. Because if you're too desperate to even get to know somebody as a friend, you want to automatically make them your boyfriend or girlfriend, that's showing a lot of psychological issues that you have, and you have a codependency with being with people. With that, you need to take the time out by yourself and really get to learn yourself. And being single does not necessarily mean you're unwanted. It doesn't mean that. What it means, in my opinion, what it means is that you are temporarily disqualified for the game for remodeling. Like you need to calm down. You need to pull back. You need to pull it all the way back and get your shit together. And it's not always a bad thing. And that's another thing we got to understand, that being single is never a bad thing. Because what really is happening is that the universe and God are working together to put you to be the best person, mate you can be for the next person, the best king or the best queen that you can be for your mate. Understand that. You can go left, you can go right, you can go in, you can go out. You can have all types of things going on, but when it's time to sit it down, it's time to sit it down. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was your current relationship status, and I want you to trust your process. Be positive about your process. Take advantage of your process. Dive into that process and love yourself. I'm Desire Carter, and this was The Current, everybody. I want you to tune in each and every Thursday night at 8 p.m. And you can listen to me on Spreaker.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at @thecurrent_1. And you can follow me personally, Miss Desire Carter, at Desire Carter on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can do all of that. I want y'all to have a great night. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Who makes the wave? The current. Who makes the wave? The current. Who makes the wave? The current. Hey, the current. Who makes the wave? The current. Who makes the wave? The current. Who makes the wave? The current. Hey.